Hello and welcome to video number 4. We're going to talk about technical setup. I'm going to help you get an idea of some good webcams that you can gain access to and microphones and connect them to your Google Hangouts session. So let's go ahead and get started. When you're dealing with business situations, you want to make sure that you look professional and sound professional as much as possible, simply because people do judge a book by its cover. So if your sound quality is bad and your visual webcam quality is bad as well, then people will associate that, unfortunately, that's just how the mind goes, with your product. So when you're looking for webcams, what I'd advise you to do is, if you have a brand new computer or a newer computer, either from 2011 and beyond, or your webcam, you feel like the quality is very, very clear, stick with the webcam that's on your computer. If you've tested out your audio and you feel like somebody else has listened to the audio and it's really good, there's really no need for you to change microphones or webcams. Now, if you test it out and you have a friend look at it and they say, well, your visual isn't as great, but your audio is good, then use the audio and get a webcam. What I want to do now is simply give you options. So if you need to find a webcam, if you need to find a way to create good quality audio, I'm going to show you some specific webcams and microphones that will work well for you. Logitech is one of the best webcam makers in my opinion. Other people can say otherwise, but in my experience, I've used many Logitech webcams, and if we go to Amazon.com, you can actually find fairly good deals with webcams. Obviously, do your due diligence and compare with other sites and get the best deal. Well, if we take a look at here, we got the Logitech webcam C210. It's not that pricey. It's $22 and it's got 251 really good reviews. And as we can see here, this person says the sound quality was really good, as was the video. Now, what I would do when I'm researching is I would simply highlight the name and I would right click and do a search on Google. And I would do a search on the reviews. I would look at the video reviews, other reviews, and see if there is a consistency. If on all different sites there's a consistency that says that this is a good webcam for both sound and for visual, then that's great. So in other words, you may just need to have a webcam and that's it. If that's the case and the audio is really, really good, then just go with a webcam. If, for example, that you have a really good webcam, but you need to have an option where you can get a good microphone, you can get a microphone headset. Now, these headsets, the quality can be good, but it's not necessarily top notch. Of course, in an informal setting like Google Hangouts, you don't have to get perfect sound quality, but the better sound quality you have, the better positioning of your product and service it will give. So you can take a look at Amazon here for headsets that have mics on it. Now, my favorite is the USB condenser microphone. USB condenser microphones give off really, really good quality. In fact, right now I'm using a USB condenser microphone. And of course, make sure that you do your due diligence. Audio-Technica is a really good company. In fact, the microphone that I'm using right now is an Audio-Technica microphone. Blue Machines is also a good company. The Audio-Technica AT2020, this is a top-notch microphone. In fact, right now, I am using this microphone right now. And as you can see, the reviews are really, really good. But of course, it comes with a price tag of $124. Actually, at that time, it was $149. This right here is also a really, really good microphone. It's only $98. Now, if you're on a budget, of course, go for something like this, $39. But like I said, if you can find a really good webcam, then you can actually just go with that. But I wanted to make sure that I give you these options just in case you have a good webcam and your sound quality is not that great. Or if your sound quality is really good, but your visual webcam is not that great. So after you have set up your webcams and your microphones, then if you go back to Google Hangouts, as you can see here, what you want to do is go to this little gear looking button, click on it, and you'll have the ability to change your settings, such as your webcam here, your default device, or you can change it to a different microphone. In this case, I could be using this one because this is the microphone that I'm using to record this video. What I found over the years is the microphone that is on the laptop or on the computer, the quality tends not to be that great unless you're using a Mac. If you have a MacBook Pro, the sound quality tends to be phenomenal. So just make sure that you do your due diligence first, test it out, make sure it works, and test it out with a friend. Once you're done with that, click Save Settings, and you're good to go. In terms of technical setup, you can also change and adjust your bandwidth usage, as you can see here. But of course, the slower you go, the slower it goes, and so forth. But if your bandwidth is really not that fast, if you're on a slow connection, you can pick this one here versus this one here. And of course, you can turn your camera off and you can mute the microphone.